Thanks for watching. This is part one of a several part drive video.
Hi, thanks for watching. Please like the video and subscribe to the channel. So we're finally on the driveway. We've got some contractors coming, some groundworkers coming next week to do a bit of excavation work for me, and then I'm going to do the rest of the work in the garden. So I just thought I'd give you a bit of before footage just before they do anything, just so you can see where we start, and then we'll go on. But basically what we're looking at doing is turfing an area, so making a lawned area, making a driveway, and put the concrete slab down for the drive, put some gates in, and then electrifying them. So all that will be sort of done over a few months, probably 3 to 6 months. But in this first video we're going to look at the initial excavation, and then we'll go from there. So you'll probably see bits of the driveway mixed in with bits of work going on in the house. I'll sort of be dropping between the two jobs. As you can see there, we've got an opening there. That's going to be where the driveway gates are. So we've got them in the garage. You'll see them in some upcoming videos. They're a metal frame with a wood infill gate, swing gate, swinging in over. They're initially just going to be manual, but I'm going to electrify them sort of as soon as I get a chance. So this area here in the garden is higher than the alley that runs along the side of the property by about 400 to 500 mil. So I've got some contractors that are coming in, and they're going to dig it out for me, and then that'll give me the basis for starting the project. I did think about doing the groundwork myself, but I'd need to take a week off work. I'd need to hire a digger, get a wagon to move the soil away, and by the time I priced all that up, it's probably cheaper to get them to come and do the initial groundwork, and then I'll do everything else. So you can see this is how we're starting. We've also got all this rubble here from another project in the garden that they're going to be taking away, so again it just makes sense to get them to do it. So this area here where the rubble is going to stay at the existing height, but they are going to level it for me and take the top 50 mil of soil away ish, just so it's level with the existing patio. You'll see there's a bit of a trench there, so if you've seen my earlier videos you'll know we put a cable duct from the house to the garage, so that's in that trench. It's below the level of where they're going to be excavating, so that's fine. There's also a drain pipe that runs from a manhole round the corner. I'll show you that, to the beginning of the trench. So you can see where I've got the corner in the trench, that's where the drain stops at the minute. It's bunged up, so eventually I'm going to connect that up so we can have a gully that runs in front of the opening, just so the driveway will have a slight incline towards the alley. There'll be a drain that runs across the front just to stop any runoff and make sure it goes into the sewer. This drain here to combine sewer, foul and surface water, because it's an old house, and off. So like I say, so I've just been looking over the garden with a leash at night. Originally the drive was going to end where that, we'd agreed to end it where that red mark is on the wall there, but when Alicia's had a look, she would prefer it was square. So what I'd done is I had a wider gate opening, but my original thoughts were it would just be dead space. There's no real reason for a wide drive, but what Alicia's saying is probably would look better square from the house, and it probably would, but consequently now I've got a load more soil to come out, so I've paid some contractors to take the soil away. I'm going to have to redo it myself now, so just piling it up here for now. I'll probably end up needing to get another grab wagon, and in the cold light of day, when I've looked at where they've levelled off, where the grass is gone, it's not the best of jobs, to be honest. It's always the same. When you pay somebody to do a job, they never do it as good as what you do it yourself. Disappointing, but it is what it is. I'll have to do it, so I'm on with that tonight, and we'll see how it goes. So once I get this dug out, I then need to dig a hole or a trench for a foundation. I've been on the phone to Tarmac today to get a price for getting ready mix concrete delivered, which I can't remember how much it was, but I'll put that up on the video now. And I'll probably ring around a few other companies just to see what's what. I think it was about the £300 mark plus that to get enough to do a length for that wall, which is it is 10 metres long roughly, by about 0.4 wide by about half a metre deep I was looking at, but I do need to firm them numbers up. But what I'm thinking is if I can get that dug out, get that trench dug and dig a bit out here, ready for where the pillars are going, I can then sort of leave the garden, I can leave it and move on to sort of stuff in the house, decorating and stuff, and probably going to use a bricklayer to build the pillars and the retaining wall, because you wouldn't have thought you could go too far wrong with that. And then obviously I'll probably end up laying the slab. I think probably be a better job that way. So how long is it going to take me to dig out that? It's about 1 metre across, 10 metres long, and anywhere from half a metre deep at that end to about 400mm at that end. So I'm just going to hopefully do a few hours a night after work, and we'll see how we get on. I might have a full day on it the weekend, but obviously Alicia's keen to get pushed on with the decorating as well, so we'll just see how it goes. So I've just started digging a bit of a trench now for a foundation along the side of the opening. So I'm going to put a retaining wall along here, just a sort of a couple of bricks higher than the grass. So I'm just on sort of digging it out roughly so I can see where it's going to go, and then we'll sort of get it to the correct depth and things. I'm probably going to look at a double brick wall, just because obviously it's going to have the weight of the garden against it. There's potentially going to be a vehicle parked down here, so obviously I don't want it to collapse on it, and once sort of the soil gets hot, wet behind it over the years, I'm guessing it could potentially push it. So it's only going to be a short wall. By the time the actual driveway itself's in, it potentially only maybe 200 or 300mm at that end, and maybe it's a bit more at this end, maybe 400 at this end. I don't think it'll be any more than that. I'll need to measure it properly. So it's not going to be a massive wall, but again, this is going to be weight behind it and what have you. So I'm roughly at the minute for the retaining wall, I'm looking at doing a depth of in between sort of 150 and 300mm for the foundation. So I'm just digging it out with the shovel at the minute, which is 300 long when I've measured it. So I'm going to dig it out with that, then I'll measure it to see where we're at. Obviously this is a bit of a bank, so we might have to put some sort of stepping in it, but what I'll do is I'll get the rough sort of channel dug out, and then we'll go from there. At this very end I'm going to dig out a channel for a couple of for a pad for the I can't think what it's called, for the pillar that's going to go on the end. So again, that might be a bit different dimensions, but I'll need to just double check what I'm going to do with that. For now I just want to get the rough bit dug out so I know where I'm at. And also see, after we had it all nicely cleared, now I've got a load of soil again, so I'm definitely going to need some sort of grab wagon to get rid of all that. But it's a bit of a shame, but it is what it is. I suppose that's why I should have just dug it out myself in the first place, because I could have got rid of it all at the same time. But hopefully it won't be too expensive just to get a grab wagon. What I'll hopefully do is get the grab wagon and take that and bring us some crushed stone at the same time, so we can then get the crushed stone down on here, which is our first like sort of 100mm. So anyway, looks like it's going to rain, so I'll not bore you with me digging it out, but I'll keep updating you as I go along. So I've got my chop saw out, and you can see I've got some lats there. They're just 2.4 metre treated lats, and what I'm going to do is cut them about 500mm long, and use 300mm of it just to mark the level in the trench, So I've got a load of cement. So I've got the trench dug here, as you can see. So it's in between 300 and 400 mil deep, but I'm going to go for 3. And I'm just going to mark a level all the way along at 300, so I know that that's the correct level for the wall. So it's been a busy day today. I've got the trench dug for the wall. I've ended up going about 350, so each of them stakes is about 350 mil. They go right the way along, so I've kept it the same level all the way, so it should make it easier when we're doing the wall. That's the soil pipe for the drainage for the drive, and the other one's cable duct, so we'll just have to work around them as we come to it. I've then got a section here that's a bit deeper, so this is about 450, or it's a minimum of 450, it's probably a bit deeper. I'm going to build a sort of a plinth there for a pillar, because there's going to be a pillar going up this wall. So there's going to be a pad there. So I'll put some shuttering around that. Probably won't be quite the full width of that, but it won't be far away. It's about 600 by about 450 sort of length and width, and then about 450 deep. Like I say, minimum. Now I've got the same thing to do over here. I've spent the last hour or two breaking all this out because there was already a pad there, but it was in the wrong place and it wouldn't have allowed me to put the steel post in for the gate, so that's come out. So tomorrow's job is to dig that out properly and probably take a layer of bricks off from along the front of the opening, because there's going to be a drainage channel that I need to get in there, so they're going to have to come off probably to allow that to come in. Once that's done, I need to arrange a grab wagon to come and get rid of this soil. Once the soil's gone, it'll probably be cement mixer to put the foundations in for the wall. I'll probably get the lads to do the wall for me, the pillars for me. Once they're done, I'll probably go hardcore base sort of over the rest of the drive, and then finally it'll be the cement, probably in that order, but we'll see as the video goes on. It's probably going to be in part 2 or 3 that we see all that. So I've got this second footing dug out now. I haven't bothered filming it because I'm literally just knocking bricks out, so no real need to film that, but I've got it dug out. My pile's getting ever bigger. So really what I need to do next week, there's a text message coming in, what I need to do next week is try and find a grab wagon company, so we'll see how that goes, and hopefully we can move this from where it is. So hopefully they can get a wagon along that alley that runs along the side of the property. You can get a bin wagon sort of size vehicle up there, so they should be able to, and hopefully just high up will reach over and I'm not going to have to pile it closer. So now, a couple of little other jobs I've got to try and get done today. I'm supposed to have some helpers, but nobody's turned up. But anyway, there's my main helper. Hiya, Dina! She's just getting the dinner. So I want to get that out, then blocks there, which you would think's nice and easy, but it's easier said than done. So I'll be getting the big breaker on it, and also excavate a bit along there. So I'm going to put a path from the patio to the drive along that edge. We were originally going to put it over here, but then it seemed a bit silly putting it across the middle of the garden. So what I'll do is at some point I'll take them edgings just across to where my bit of a wood store is, and that can be done any time really. But I want to just get it dug out a bit, just so when I get the hardcore delivered, I'll get some sort of hardcore down in it, and then I'll just put a few slabs on it. It's also a bit high there, so I suppose it works out well. So I'll get the breaker on this next after I've had some lunch. So at this point my brother's come to help us, and we basically get the full area levelled out with the help of the dog. So it's a big task, but we get it done. So So I've been on the phone to the grab wagon company today. It's easy enough to get a grab wagon, but I rang 2 companies and both of them said that the machine had about a 5 metre reach, and to the edge of that pile is 5 metres, so really I think I need to take a couple of metres off that end of the pile and put it onto that end. So I'm going to make a start on that tonight. Hopefully it's not going to take me forever and a day to do, but we'll just see how it goes. Try and get as much as I can done tonight. If I can't get it all done, I have to do some tomorrow night, but I'd like to get it done because it sounded like the company I rang, I'll once it's confirmed who's coming, I'll let you know, but the company I rang today, well, both of them actually sounded like they could come in a couple of days. The one I spoke to, I think it was about £225. He reckoned he could get a builder's skip and a half on the wagon, so I'm hoping that's about what that is. I think the other one said 16 tonnes, so maybe the other one was a bit bigger, but it was slightly more expensive. I think that was £250 or £260 plus VAT, whereas the other one was £225 including. So if the £225 including get it all on, we'll go with that. I've WhatsApped the guy a few photos, so we'll see what he comes back with, or once I've moved it I'll give him a ring and see what he thinks. So there we are, I've moved it back a bit there, so we're about 4 metres from the road. So I'm hoping if the wagon can get right up to that wall, then the 5 metre reach should get all that alright. I might send a couple of pictures to the guy just to make sure. Depending on when he's coming, I might move a bit more, but it's now Tuesday and he did say he might have availability on Thursday, so if that's the case I might not get a chance to move anymore. But it's 4 metres, like I say, there's no reason the wagon can't get right to the wall, so hopefully it should just about reach. And if there's a couple of little bits it needs to brush it over, it'll definitely get the majority of the pile. So there we are. I'll just have to park this until he gets back in contact with him. So what I'm doing now is I'm just putting the posts in for the gate. You'll see the black post there, to 100 by 100 steel posts, and that's going to hang the gates. The gates are in the garage, but we'll save the unveiling of them in the next video. But I've got me cement ordered now. I've ordered 2.5 cubic metres, so that should hopefully do the gates where the gate posts are going and the footing for the wall. So as you can see, that's one done. It's took me a good few hours, that. I'm going to try and get the other one done. If I don't get it finished today, I'll have to crack on in the week. But hopefully I'll get it finished today. So the mixes for the cement, I've got a quote for 2 different mixes. So I've got the quote for the this for the posts, like I said, 2.5 cubic metres. Can't remember exactly how much it was. I'll put the price up on the screen now, but I think it was about £300, but like I said, it's on the screen. And that should be enough for that post, and all the way along here. So there's quite a lot. That's about I'll put the dimensions of the trench on. I think I've said it earlier on in the video anyway, but I'll put them up on the screen now because I can't quite remember. But there's quite a lot of concrete required when you look. And then I've got a quote for a slab for 6 cubic metres for the drive, and again I'll put the price up for that. I got a quote from a company called Aggregate Industries and one from Tarmac, and they were give or take in £100 of each other. So that's the posts in loosely, so I've just got them braced to them bits of wood at either side with a bit of metal band. I don't know if you can quite see that from here. So I've got that metal band round that side. The same on that side. Nice and level. I've had a level on the bit of wood at the top. I've also took my level through from the bottom, so I know they're nice and level. And you can see I've just got them packed up on a bit of brick and slate at the minute. That bit of wood is roughly the size of the brick pillar that's going in. Slightly oversized, but I'm going to ask the bricklayer to use big cement gaps, and then hopefully it should look nice. The same as that side, so we know we've got a similar gap. I've levelled it up from that. So it's the first round of concrete getting delivered today. It's about, I don't know, 8:30, 9 o'clock at the minute. It's coming about 10 o'clock. It has been pouring down. I've came out and took the Terrace fencing down, you can see there. So the trench, I've put them bits of metal stakes in, so they're about 300, the level from one end to the other. That's the height of the concrete. This is going to be concrete in there, concrete in there. I'm hoping the mini mixer, well, I've had the concrete company on the phone this morning actually asking if we could get a big mixer in or a little one. Actually I wasn't sure, but we have had a grab wagon before, so we had a look on Google Maps, but I think he's going to send the mini mixer just to be safe, but we'll see when it turns up, because if he can back up to there, obviously just put a chute in and tip it into there and we'll be away nice and easy. If not, we'll have to get the barrows out. So I'm hoping the rain holds off. I've got a tarpaulin, so once we're done, we'll put a tarpaulin over it, and then this afternoon I'll get some quotes for some bricks and get the bricks ordered up. And my brother's coming to help me get the concrete in, so if he has time while he's here, once we've done it, might see if he fancies helping me move them, but might be pushing me luck, so we'll see how we get on. I can do it at the weekend if not. So we've just had the cement mixer leave. He got down alright, it was absolutely pouring down, so I couldn't get the camera out. But you can see we've got something around the post there, a bit around the post here. We're just levelling this up at the minute, so probably did get a little bit too much, but should be able to get it levelled up alright, so we'll crack on with that now.
And you can see by this point I've got my helpers in the background helping me, so we're getting it fairly level. It is absolutely pouring down, you can't even tell on this. My camcorder falls into the cement, and that's knacked by the end of the day, so that's a bit of a disaster. But basically I'm just slowly going along with the flow, levelling it up. Because I got a little bit too much cement, it went above me metal markers, but it sort of found its own level. Since it's now all dry, it's 100% fine. It's ready to be bricklayed on, as you'll see in the next video, hopefully. And it looks absolutely fine now, so it did turn out alright in the end, but we couldn't have picked a worse day for it. Just the amount of rain and that, it was unbelievable. But anyway, as you can see, we're going along, getting it all nice and levelled. And then after this, we'll have a cup of tea, regroup, and we get all them bricks moved that you seen earlier on in the video. So it did really help having a couple of helpers. I think when we do the big slab, I'm going to hire a dumper truck. So if anybody's done that in the past, let me know. But I think a dumper truck will be miles easier. It was really hard work, even that small area. Subscribe and part 2 will come soon.